Okay guys, so we've learned in the last recording till cos A, right? How to do this 12 by 13. Now I'll teach you how to do this tan A, cosec A, and then this last part, tan A, cosec A, and sec square A minus tan square A. So how exactly it's supposed to be done? So first step is always remember that, write down the formula. So what is tan formula? Say, you'll have to remember that O, R, OA word. O, R, and OA word. So this is basically for sine this way. Are you getting it? Opposite upon hypotenuse. Cos adjacent upon hypotenuse, and tan opposite upon adjacent. And if we'll take this way, it will become cosec. If we'll take this way, it will become sec. And if we'll take this way, it will become cot. Okay, so tan is OA. So I'll write down this OA simply OA. So what is this tan A? Tan A will become, look at this, tan A opposite with respect to A will become this, that is 12, and adjacent will become with respect to A 5. So that is 12 upon 5. Is it very simple? I hope everyone understood this. Now cosec C. So first of all, I'll write down the cosec formula. What is cosec formula? Cosec would be a reciprocal of this, like opposite upon hypotenuse, it will become reciprocal. So it will become HO. Now second step, once you wrote the formula, second step is with respect to C. With respect to C, this will become hypotenuse and this will become opposite. So the answer will become 13 upon 5. I hope you understood this part. And now third subpart, I mean the fifth subpart. Sec square A minus tan square A. So first step, writing the formula. So sec would be reciprocal of cos. So that will become H upon A the whole square, minus tan would be opposite upon adjacent square, opposite upon adjacent square, and both are with respect to angle A, both are with respect to angle A. So what is angle A? We'll have to go through there. So this will become hypotenuse, this will become opposite, and this will become adjacent. So hypotenuse is 13 with respect to A, this is adjacent, that is 13 upon 5 the whole square, minus opposite upon adjacent. So opposite would be this upon this adjacent, that is 12 upon 5 the whole square. I hope you understood this. This is pretty simple. And now we'll go on. We'll just do the squaring part. So 116 upon 25 minus this will become 144 upon 25. And now if we see both the bases are same, so we can directly subtract 116 minus 144, that will become 25 upon 25. So the answer will come 1. I hope you understood this. It's very simple, isn't it? Please put it quickly in your book. Hurry up. Okay guys, so we will see the next sum. What is given in this particular sum? Like 13 sin A is equal to 12. And what you have to find? Sec A minus tan A. And second part, 1 upon cos square A minus tan square A. Now student, understand what is given thing over here. 13 sin A is equal to 12. This is the given data. So from this, what we have to construct? A right angle triangle. See, look at this. What we can write it on over here, basically we can write it on over here as something like this. 13 sin A is equal to 12. So 13 sin A is equal to 12. That means sin A, suppose if we want only sin A. So what will happen? Sin A's value. So this 13 will move over here down. So it will become 12 upon 13. So we got this ratio, sin A as 12 upon 13. Now what we have to do? We have to construct a right angle triangle ABC. Definitely A cannot be right angle, because when there is a reference angle A or C, so this A and C will never be right angle. Remember that. Okay, so now once you'll construct this triangle ABC, B should be right angle over here. And now from B, now we'll have to think there has to be like somewhere A and somewhere C. Now once you'll get this right angle triangle ABC, you'll name it A and B and C, and B will be right angle. Now A, what is sin A? Sin is basically opposite upon hypotenuse. Oh, sin is basically opposite upon hypotenuse, isn't it? So opposite side is supposed to be 12x. Opposite side of A supposed to be 12x, and hypotenuse supposed to be 13x. Now can someone think why there is extra x has come? Simple. Could you think? Yes, that's correct. This is a ratio. So when it is a ratio, it would be always some multiples of 12 and some multiples of 13. Are you getting it? So you have to take this x. And now what if you don't take this x? Your teacher can reduce your 1 mark. Understand that, guys. Okay. Now, once you're finished with this, sine is equal to 12 upon 13, that is opposite upon hypotenuse, then you draw the triangle, you got this 12x, this is got 13x. Now you can calculate by Pythagoras theorem, what is this? AB. Understand, student, whenever we have to do this sec A, tan A or something like that, we have to find this t ratios, we need to have all the three sides of the right angle triangle. You would be knowing like something called as triplets in a right angle triangle, isn't it? So if you know triplet, that's nice. So you can get something as this as 5x, isn't it? 5x, 12x and 13x. Now, once you'll get this as 5x, AB is equal to 5x. I hope everyone knows how do you write it on this by Pythagoras theorem by now. Once you'll get this AB as 5x, it's very simple to get this sec A minus tan A. So how are you going to get sec A minus tan A? Sec A. So again, you can write down O, A, OA. You can just write down this on the top of your notebook page. O, A, OA. What does this O, A, OA stand for? OA stand for the 3 T ratios, isn't it? Now you'll have to remember sec is reciprocal of cos, so that is hypotenuse upon adjacent. Sec, so we will think like this way, isn't it? Hypotenuse upon adjacent, or else hypotenuse upon base. So sec with respect to angle A, hypotenuse upon base. So that is 13x upon 5x. So that x and x will get cancelled. So the answer is 13 upon 5, which we can write as 2 whole 3 by 5. Isn't it simple? Now tan A. What is tan A? Tan A is like this way, isn't it? Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. You can remember like that way. Sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. So tan is OA. So opposite upon adjacent with respect to what? Angle A. So with respect to angle A, opposite upon adjacent. So that will become 12 upon 13. 12 upon 13. Isn't it? 1 second. We'll just check that out. It's supposed to be 12 upon 13. So tan A is opposite upon adjacent with respect to angle A. So opposite. Okay, opposite upon adjacent. Adjacent is this, isn't it? So 12 upon 5. So 12 upon 5 would be this. 2 whole 2 upon 5. Isn't it? So 12 upon 5. Now what we have to do? We are supposed to find sec A minus tan A. So how are we going to do this? Sec A minus tan A. Okay, well, sec A minus tan A. So we got sec A value, that is 13 upon 5. We got tan A value, that is 12 upon 5. So if we'll subtract, we're going to get, since both the bases are same, it will become 1 upon 5. Now what is the second part? 1 upon cos square A minus tan square A. So 1 upon cos square A minus tan square A. So again, what we'll have to do? 1 upon, what is cos? Cos is adjacent upon hypotenuse. So adjacent upon hypotenuse, can I write this up and whole square, minus tan is OA, opposite upon adjacent, the whole square, with respect to what? With respect to angle A. So what is that? Hypotenuse upon adjacent, hypotenuse upon adjacent. So that is 13 upon 5, the whole square. I hope you are understanding. You can write x over here and they can be cancelled. Minus opposite upon adjacent, the whole square. Opposite of A, 12, and adjacent is 5. So 12 upon 5, the whole square. We just did in the last slide, isn't it? So that is 13 upon 5 the whole square minus 12 upon 5 the whole square is turned out as 1, isn't it? So even this will turn that out as 1. So 116 upon 25 minus 144 upon 25, that will become 1. I hope you understood till here. Please pause the video and put it quickly in your book. Hurry up. So students, I hope you've understood everything till here, but now we'll do some different type of sum. So like, look at this. In this triangle ABC, there are, because of this like altitude AD, the three triangles are formed. One is ABD, जिसमें D right angle है. Second one is ADC triangle, ADC, in which D is right angle. And if you'll say ABC, there is no right angle triangle, isn't it? So remember that students, whenever you are choosing any triangle, that triangle has to be right angle triangle. That triangle has to be, you'll have to remember that whichever triangle you choose, that has to be right angle triangle. What do you have to choose? You have to be a right angle triangle. Okay, now we have to, what we have to do, look at this. In this question, particularly question number 1, 2, and 3, if you'll see, there are the sine B we have to do. So I'll just teach you how to do this sine B. So for sine B, which triangle you're going to choose? So you're going to choose triangle ABD. So आप लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पर in triangle ABD. If you wish, you can draw a separate triangle over here, and you can just name it the way it is. Are you getting it? What do you mean by that? Say suppose I'll just name this as A, this as A, this as D, and this as B. And now what is given thing all? So I'll just copy paste over here. This is 13, this is 5. So obviously what is going to be AD, as AD will going to become 12. Now what is sine B? Basically sine B is O. Okay, sine B would be O. So opposite upon hypotenuse. So what is the opposite? Opposite to what? Opposite to angle B. Opposite to angle B. Opposite to angle B is what? Opposite to angle B is 12. And hypotenuse is obviously 12 by 13. So this is the answer. Isn't it very, very simple? So we are done with first part. Now what is the second part? Tan C. How to do this tan C? Look at this, pay attention. Now, if you want tan C, the C is over here, isn't it? So we'll have to select triangle ADC. We'll have to select triangle, understand, we have to select triangle ADC. So I'm just drawing these triangles for your reference. Are you getting it? So in triangle A, this is D, and this is C. So we got ADS 12. We've got ADS 12. We got CD. We got CD as 16, isn't it? It's given over here. How are you going to calculate this AC? So student, remember that you'll have to write it down all these things, or else at least you should write it down by using Pythagorean triplet. So 12, 4, 3s are 16, 4, 4s are. So remember that 3, 4, and 5 is a triplet, and every triplet is getting multiplied by 4. So I'm multiplying this by 5. So 4, 5 is 20. So the standard triplet is by Pythagorean triplet, triplet. So the triplet, standard triplet is 12, 16, and 20. So this is a standard Pythagorean triplet. So what is this missing side? AC will going to be called as 20. I hope you understood this. Now, if we have to calculate tan C, what is tan C? First of all, let's write down the formula. What is tan C is? Tan formula is OA. Tan formula is OA. So opposite of what? Opposite of angle C. Opposite of angle C is 12. And adjacent to the angle C. Adjacent to angle C is what? 16. So this will become 4 3s, and this will become 4 4s. I hope you understood this. So this will become 3 upon 4. Now student, it's time to calculate subpart number 3. Now how to calculate subpart number 3? Let's move. What is the subpart number 3? Okay. So what are we supposed to calculate? Sec square B minus tan square B. Sec square B minus tan square B. So when we want sec square B and tan square B, we're going to focus this triangle. We're going to focus completely on this triangle ABD. So sec square will become, so okay, I'll just copy paste this triangle over here. Okay, I'm just copy pasting this. Copy, paste. Okay, so we want sec square b minus tan square b. So again, student, the same thing. You remember sec is reciprocal of cos. So cos is, okay, O R O A. O R O A. So sec we're going to write like this way: hypotenuse upon adjacent, the whole square. Minus tan would be OA. So opposite upon adjacent, the whole square. I hope it's very simple by now, isn't it? Now with respect to b, hypotenuse is what? 13 upon 5. The whole square. Minus opposite upon adjacent. Opposite upon adjacent, the whole square. So that is 12 upon 5, the whole square. Isn't it very simple? And now you can just, we've already done this 169 upon 25 minus 144 upon 25. So it will become 25 upon 25. So it will become 1. Isn't it very, very simple? And now, student, it's time to do the fourth subpart. What is this fourth subpart? Sine square c plus cos square c. So students, before moving to this third subpart, to fourth subpart, there is some standard thing we've noticed. We've seen almost 3 to 4 sum based on this, isn't it? Now I can teach you something called as some square triplets or square identities. So what we've actually learned over here, if you have noticed, we've learned sec square b minus tan square b is equal to 1. Did you notice this along with me? Isn't it? Yes, that's nice. So we'll just going to make it. So what we learned over here, sec square b minus tan square b is always equal to 1. So this is what one square identity we've learned, isn't it? Now this can be written in the 2 different format. One thing is like this way: sec square b can be written as 1 plus tan square b, and tan square b can be written as, say, if we'll get it over here, and tan square b can be written as sec square b minus 1. Isn't it? So you can write, I have just shifted one term to other side. That's it, student. I hope you understood it. These are all, called as square triplets. What they are called as square triplets. Yes. Okay, guys. I hope you understood this. Please keep writing along with me, or else once you finish with this particular part, subpart number 4, you can copy paste this. Okay, so what is this subpart for? Sine square c plus cos square c. For c angle, we'll have to refer this triangle, isn't it? So I'll just select this particular part, and then I'll just select this particular part, copy it, and I'll just paste it down so that we can do this easily. Okay, now what we have to actually calculate over here, sine square c plus cos square c. Now why I'm choosing this particular part only? Because there is angle c. Now what is sine square c? That is opposite upon hypotenuse square. What is cos square c? That is adjacent upon hypotenuse, the whole square. Isn't it? Student, understand these are all standard Pythagorean, triplet, as well as there are standard square identities. So it will going to turn out to 1. We will verify it. Okay, so what is sine c? Is opposite upon hypotenuse. Opposite of what? Opposite of angle c. Opposite of angle c. So it will become 12. So hypotenuse would be 20. So 12 upon 20, the whole square. Plus adjacent will become 16. Hypotenuse will become 20. So 16 upon 20, the whole square. And now, student, if we'll do this, it will become 144 upon 400 plus 256. 16 square is 256 upon 400. 20 square is 400. And now this will become 400 upon 400, which will turn out as 1. So what we learned, sine square c plus cos square c is 1. What we learned, sine square c plus cos square c is 1. This is another square identity. Again, from here we can get, student, 2 more identities, 2 more square identities. Can you guess what will be there? Yes, half of them they've got it correct. Sine square c is equal to 1 minus cos square c, and cos square c is equals to, obviously, that is cos square c is equal to 1 minus sine square c. Very nice, very nice, isn't it? Okay, students, I hope you finished or understood this. Please put it quickly, everything in your book. Just, I'll give you 1 or 5 minutes maybe. I guess that's good enough. please pause the video and copy paste in your book.